Hey y'all. Hey Miss Sylvia. Hello Miss Pam. Hello Miss Casey. Hello Sea Soil Sunshine. Hello Miss Maydell. Hello Miss Mary. Hello AR Girl. Miss Brenda. Miss Beverly, Miss Shonda, Miss Mel. Hello, Love and Honor says, good evening, Mika. Boy, we have been waiting on you. Hello, take a deep breath. Miss Siobhan, Miss Sandra, Miss Dawn says, hello, Mika in chat. Hello, Miss Linda says, hello, my friend. How are you feeling today? I hope you are doing fine. I am fine. Hello, T Van says, hello, cousins. Hello, sis. Hello, Leanne. Hello, Virgo 73. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Miss Sharon says, hello, cousins. You gonna learn today. Miss Mill say, hey, Robin. Hey, y'all. I am sorry I'm late. Y'all know the streets been hot, y'all. So, we gotta get in when we fit in here. Hello, Miss Clara. Hello, Miss Kirkland says, hey, hey, been waiting on you. Hello, Miss Laura. Sis say hey, sis Miss Mel in chat. Hello, Miss Royal says hello, beautiful in chat. Love is love from New Jersey. Hello, Miss Shirley. So I came today, y'all. I know y'all love. Hello, Miss Carol. I know y'all love to see my facial expressions and everything when I come on. Hello, Miss Deb. Says hello, my niecey Pooh. Hello, Auntie. Hello, Sola. I know y'all love to see my facial expressions and everything when I do my thing about treats or whatever. But today is not that type of day. I didn't come to play with her. Nothing funny about what we talking about today. Hello, Miss Laura. Says hello, cousins in chat. Y'all know when we talking about serious stuff, I ain't coming to play with her when we talking about SA and things like that. AR girl said, hello, Miss Mel. Hey, sis. So I got bullet points, y'all. So we it's probably going to be a part two to this because I understand we are on here late and we got some things to talk about. So we are going to get started with this. So we're going to start. Hello, Miss Linda. Miss Mel says, hello, AR girl boo. Hello, Miss Ann. So y'all know I'm not coming to play with her today because I don't play with those type of things. So we're gonna start with her lie detector test. And Miss Casey say with we understand your voice and wisdom is enough. Thank you. I appreciate that. Miss Carol says I love you, Mika. I love you too, and I appreciate you for being a member for 2 months. Hello, Miss Sharon. Hello, Miss Crawford. Miss Crawford says, hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Darlene. How are you tonight? So we're going to get started, you all, and we're going to start with her lie detector test and feeling as if she had to get in front of the situation because she felt as if Tanya was going to come out and spill the beans on that. I don't think Tanya was even going to mention the lie detector test because Tanya is so focused on presenting this good image as being a good friend. And we all know Tanya was really focused on, hey, T Stacks, baby. Tanya was so focused on not having her uh job information leaked. That's all she was really focused on. And I think she was going to stay on the hush hush until that information was leaked about her. And I don't really think that was on her thought process. That I think she probably had more deeper things that she was going to come out about. Hello, Justice Reacts. Everybody, please welcome in Miss Justice React. Hello, Miss Amelia. So she felt as if she had to get in front of that because she know that she will forever have SA stamped in front of her forehead and on her chest, in my opinion, like the Superman that will always be on her chest. So she comes out and says that she had to lie and says that she never touched her kids in the rectum. but she knew that she had touched her kids and the rectum as babies. Now, I had a big issue with that. And first, I'm going to address Tanya and then I will get on Latrice. First of all, Tanya, I feel as if you're just as guilty in certain instances as Latrice because you still fought tooth and nail. First of all, you came and interjected yourself into the situation in the midst of that storm. Now I can see if you kind of didn't know the situation beforehand and you were her friend and you wanted to see, talk to the young man and talk to her and try to figure the situation out and try to work the situation out. Thank you so much, Miss Deb. Miss Deb said you are always on point and funny with it. Love you, girl. Thank you so much, and I love you too. I can see if you were already the friend and you were trying to remedy the situation between the two, but you came and interjected your situation in the midst of a storm. I would have never done that because who wants to be attached to someone with that type of label on themselves? I would have never put myself in that situation. And then you went with her knowing what she was going for and you knew that she failed the test and you still fought tooth and nail for a person who was allegedly accused of SAing her son and you still went to bat for this woman having children and grandchildren of your own. And I told y'all from a long time ago, birds of a feathers flock together, in my opinion. And the reason that Tanya, in my opinion, can get along so well with Treese is because they're one of a kind, in my opinion. Thus, the story about the broom and Tanya and her daughter. Although I don't believe Tanya did such things to her daughter, but I believe they have some similarities. That's why that didn't shake her spirit so much. You know, that story between Courtney and his mama is because they had some type of similarity. That's why they were so able to bond. They bonded over their traumas and the fact that they were shitty ass parents, in my opinion. So that really didn't shake Tanya's spirits. So that's why she still fought tooth and nail for Treese, in my opinion, because hey, one shitty mother to another, what difference do it make? But now I'm even looking at Tanya even more effed up because you sat there and knew what the results of that test was and you still stood beside somebody as such. So to me, you were the bottom of the barrel too. But to Treese, you sat there n- for 1 minute. You went and took the test about KT, may she rest in peace, and you couldn't wait to get up there and parade those results around for everybody to see. Hello, Miss Addie. Welcome in, baby. You couldn't wait for everybody to see the results of those tests, knowing in the back of your mind that you just failed miserably the results about the one about your son. And then when your son came out to prove the results of your son, now all of a sudden they're not admissible. Your son test didn't hold any truth because you knew in the back of your mind what you had done allegedly to your son and how your results came out. I don't know a mother that I know. Hello, Miss Rose. Hello, Dion. Welcome in, Miss Geraldine. I don't know a mother to this day that has ever stuck their finger in their child's rectum. And I know there is no damn rule books that y'all love to say, even though they are. Hello, Miss Linda. Welcome in. But warm milk, pushing your baby knees to their belly, rubbing your baby's belly, giving your baby a suppository or a laxative, or even taking your baby to the doctor didn't cross your mind, but sticking your big finger in your baby, even though your baby was already in an uncomfortable position, trying to get something
out of their behind in your unstable thought process. You thought to stick your big finger up your child's uncomfortable behind, already seeing the discomfort that your baby was in. How do that even make sense to you? And then instead of admitting that you was wrong and that you made a mistake for doing something like that, you do what you always try to do. You spin the narrative and try to make everybody else to be the monster that I believe that you are, and try to spin it that everybody do these type of things, and then to read the type of things that people say in your chat, that they put spoons and thermometers in their child behind. I wanted to take all of you in the van and have all of y'all asses locked up. You are, see, I feel like there should be some type of place that they put people like y'all in. There, before you be all, some of you all should be able to bear children. Y'all should be able to, they should require some type of parenting class, some type of psychological evaluation before some of y'all are able to bear children, because some of the things that I read in that chat had me really wanting to come see some of y'all. Y'all really came online and admitting to abusing y'all children by sticking objects up in y'all children's rectum. If all else fails, none of y'all thought to call the doctor to see why y'all babies was constipated for 2 and 3 days. That's not normal. I can see if you said the cereal was giving your baby constipation, but you said oatmeal was usually loose in the bowels. So you have to make it make sense to me. And instead of going to educate yourself so it won't continuously happen to your baby, you thought continuously sticking your finger up in your child's behind was going to do the trick. But in my opinion, that story didn't even happen. I believe that was the overplay for the underlay. I believe that's what you just came up with just to get the attention off what really happened to your baby, in my opinion. And I believe that you just added the other kids for a little razzle dazzle. I don't believe any of it ever happened. I believe that was just to get the attention, the heat off of you. So you threw the line out there and you figured that was stick. And you try to spin that narrative, and I believe that's why you failed the test, because none of that actually ever happened, because you couldn't really come out and say what really happened to your baby boy. And you trying to say that he threw the test away because it was inconclusive and he didn't want to have a review on him. I don't think you're able to go write a review on anybody. Why would you had went to write a bad review? When do you ever go write reviews on people? That wouldn't have been in your thought process to go write a review on this man. And that machines are man-made. They are inconclusive. Didn't mean that he made a mistake on your test. That just means that the test couldn't determine whether you were lying or you was telling the truth. That didn't mean that the man wasn't capable of doing his job. So that wouldn't mean that wouldn't been the fault of the man or the machine. That just means that they couldn't tell whether or not you was lying or telling the truth. Had nothing to do with the man or the test. Welcome to the family, Miss McNeil. Thank you so much. You're greatly appreciated. So you was gonna write a bad review because the test couldn't pick up whether or not you was telling the truth or lying. That didn't make any sense at all. So that was a bullshit ass excuse for the reason why he threw the test in the trash can. You gonna have to come better than that, sis. I feel like you just didn't want those results to come out because you failed the test. Reason why that test just disappeared and it was never heard of again. Cause and then I believe that's why you went and took the second test is because you was hoping for different results. The reason why you went and try to get ahead of the situation the second time and explain yourself to the man and try to spin it and reverse it so you would thought you would get a different outcome. But I don't understand because you went for the test and you paid for the test. It wasn't a court order test. Why they couldn't ask you the test that you wanted to be answered? So why the man couldn't ask you, did you stick your finger in your son rectum as a punishment? I don't understand. Maybe Miss Justice Reacts can help me out on this question. I don't understand why he couldn't ask you the question flat out since you went to go prove something on your own that this wasn't a mandatory test that was required by anybody. Why that question couldn't be asked to you flat out since this was something that you was trying to prove on your own. And then when you called the man, you was too busy trying to talk over him and try to, as you always try to do when they don't give you the answer that you are seeking, you always try to talk over them, loud talk them, and try to spin the narrative that you want to creates. And when he's telling you you failed those tests, those are control questions. It doesn't matter what happened with those questions because those are the questions that we're trying to get the answers for, ma'am. Them are control questions. F those questions, ma'am. The questions that you needed to pass, you didn't pass, ma'am. Don't worry about the control questions, ma'am. You failed what you was supposed to not fail, ma'am. Don't worry about the control questions, but you can't seem to get that through your peon head. You got to make it make sense to me. But let me read some of you all comments before we continue on. Okay. Hello, Miss Beverly. Miss Beverly, welcome in. Miss Justice. Hello, Queen Mary Kid. Miss Mary Kid said hello, y'all. Hello, Miss Latrice. Miss Mel is welcoming everyone into the chat. I am fine, Miss Addie. Miss Linda says, speak, my girl. That's why I love your platform. So honest and truthful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Miss Geraldine said, hello, beautiful queen. Hello to you. Miss Rose says, hey, cousin, how are you? I am fine. What did I miss? Not much. We're just getting started. I think I spoke to Miss Linda. If I didn't, hello, Miss Linda. Hello, Miss Spice. Miss Linda said, yeah, that's pretty sad. Absolutely, Miss Linda. Miss Rose says, hey, cousin, how are you doing? I'm just getting on. What did I miss? Nothing. We're just getting started as well. Thank you so much, Dion, for the super sticker. You're greatly appreciated. Miss Justice React said 100. Miss Deb said, absolutely. Hello, Miss Lauren. Miss Queen Mary Ken said, we already knew she fell all of her tests because she always tells on herself and she is a liar. She is sick. Yes, she is. And I was on the phone with Miss Mel yesterday, and when we were discussing it, I physically became ill yesterday as we were talking about it. We all knew that she failed the test, but just to actually talk about it and to say it, I physically became ill. Miss Justice React says, in my opinion, she's giving pedophile vibes. I'm with you, Miss Justice React. Hello, Miss Shamika. Miss Linda says she said that they would bleed when she did it. Yeah, I heard that. Like, what did you have going on over there, ma'am? Like, for real. Miss Shirley said yes. Miss Latanya, hello. Miss Latanya says just absolutely disgusting. Nothing about it makes sense at all. Nothing, nothing at all. Miss Latanya. Hello, Brenda said tell them you gonna learn today. Miss Deb says girl, tell it. Miss Ann says just that. Miss Ann, I appreciate your blessing. Your email. I get so many emails, Miss Ann. It went away off of my out of my email, so I wasn't able to email you back, but you're greatly appreciated. Miss Sunsaray, hello baby, said that procedure is for a professional, to a doctor to do, or a nurse, because you can cause other things to go on if it hit the wrong thing in their rectum. It's called an impaction that they're doing. Absolutely, Miss Sunsaray. And some idiot in the chat said, ain't nothing wrong with that. They do it to men all the time. Are you talking about a prostate exam, you fool, that they perform on grown men? Are you serious? Like, some of you all need to be locked up. I mean, locked up. Thank you so much, Miss Diane, for the super sticker. You're greatly appreciated. Hello, Miss Latrice says sad. Absolutely. Miss Queen Mary Ken said yes, Justice React, in my opinion as well. Miss Justice React said birds of a feather flock together all the time. Miss Shirley said exactly. Miss Diane said, hey, cuz in group. Miss Mel said, exactly, Sansa Ray. Hello, Miss Emma said, first of all, I feel Latrice know there will be no charges filed against her for her son. This is why she's talking mess, because the state would have filed on her a while back. Sad. I don't know, Miss Emma, because there's no like evidence, things may be moving a little slower. Let's just hope that's the case. Let's just hope that because there are no evidence, things have to move a little slower. I talked with my guy about it, and as you all know, he's a detective, so he said that may be the case. He's not familiar with all the details as we are not, so he can't say for sure. So let's just hope that's the case, Miss Emma. Miss Linda said, "Who raised her?" Girl, I like I said before, a pack of wolves. Like, she was just dumped off somewhere. Like, nobody raised any of them, in my opinion, and that's why they're all just led astray. Like, nobody really taught any of them anything. Miss Sensoray said, well, to get the temperature, it's either under the arm or in the rectum. That part is true, but now they have the things that you just put it on their forehead or something like that. But see, that would be true if she said she was trying to get the temperatures, Miss Sensoray, but that was never the case. She said she was trying to get stool out of his behind, not trying to check his temperature. Miss Mel says, I couldn't believe what I was seeing in that chat. Me either, Miss Mel. You know, I said I was ready to nut, baby. Hello, Miss Janice. Miss Mel says, welcome to the fam, Miss Deb. Miss Geraldine says she have did this skit to all her kids. She needs to burn in hell. Honey, with gasoline draws on. Hello, Miss Carwell says, hello, Mika in chat. Headed to my back. Okay, baby, be careful. Hello, Miss Crawford says she's a nut in a hood, baby. Hello, Miss J. Gill. Miss J. Gill said, hello, chat. Hello, Miss Yolanda. Miss Yolanda says, hello from Alabama. Miss Brenda says, when a test come inconclusive, does it mean they had some type of drugs where they could couldn't read it. It could mean a numerous amounts of things, and Miss Justice React maybe be able to expound more on that than I can. I'm not a professional, but I know a lot of times it could come back because they couldn't read the test. The test couldn't be read. They couldn't tell whether they were telling a lie or the truth. They could have been fidgeting. It could be a lot of things why they couldn't read the test. But I'm not a professional. Maybe Miss Justice React can help us out. If Miss Justice React, if you are feeling up to it, I can drop the link if you want to join and help me out a little bit if you are up to it. If not, um, you can just expound a little bit more in the chat if you don't feel like, I mean, if you feel up to educating us a little bit more. Hello, Leo Girl 82 says, hey, cousins. Um, Ms. Justice React says, normally you should retest. Hello, Laura says she is deranged and crazy, in my opinion, Miss Laura. Miss Linda says she needs to be in a psych ward. I'm with you. Miss Diane says you're on point with her BS. Miss Yolanda says Brenda Hill, I never thought of that. Miss Jenna says that boy was 9 years old when she violated him. Her day is coming and very soon. Miss Laura says you are on point. Miss Carol says she didn't pass no test speaking facts. Miss Mel says she admitted to it twice on live. You know we gonna get to that, sis. Miss SK said hello, cousins in chat. Welcome in, Miss SK. Miss Queen Mary Ken say they ask the same question in different ways, sometime to see if they'll get the same answer. Absolutely. Miss Mel says saying Tanya was no better than her. Yes. Miss Robin says, don't worry about the control questions, ma'am. Not at all. Ain't none of your business. Answer the questions. You worry about the questions that you're supposed to be answering. Hello, Miss Michelle. Hello, Miss Candy. Hello, Miss April. Hello, Miss Laverne. Miss Laura says that's what she said. Miss Robin says Miss Mel Trans was wishing that PH wouldn't have called that man. We gonna get on Trans, honey. As I forgot who called her this in the last live, but the holy hoe. Miss Casey said, I just wonder how she has so many backing her. Me too. It is so weird to me, Miss Casey. It's so weird to me. But as we can see from the responses in the chat, like I told y'all, a lot of them people stick over there because they are like-minded. Like we have a lot of like-minded individuals over here. That's why we get along so well. Hello, Miss Arlene. Hello, Miss Ruby King. That's why she have a lot of people over there. Hello, Miss Annette, over there rocking with her because as we can see for the comments in the chat, a lot of people was agreeing with her about sticking their fingers, spoons, ivory soap, thermometers, and all kind of weird objects up their children rectum. Hello, Miss Angela. Miss Latrice says step by itself. She should be arrested and she should be admitted, in my opinion. Hello, sis. Miss Sis said, hey, cousins. Hello, Miss Thomasina. Hello, Miss Urban Bell. Hello, Miss Connie. Hello, Miss JoJo Siwap. Hello, Miss Patricia. Miss Mel said, did you see Trance and Shonda expressions? They was looking so dumb. Y'all listening to her admit this. Um, I received a snapshot of Shonda and Trent's face, but yet they still sat there. They still sat there. Even though, hello, Miss Arlene, hello, Miss Marilyn, hello, Miss Kitty Lover, welcome in. They still sat there, even though they looked, the look on their face of disgust, they still sat there and defended her, which I didn't understand. Hello, Miss Carolyn. So we're gonna move in. I think I spoke to every. Hello, Miss Jacqueline. Hello, Miss Bridget. Miss Bridget said, I'm late. Hey, Mika and chat, going back to the beginning. Welcome in, baby. Hello, A's mom. She says, hello, you gonna learn today in chat. I had two kids and I never did anything like that. And nobody that I know has everything did anything like that. Hello, Miss Amelia. Miss Justice React says she was probably admitted to deceive the test. You just don't know. So many factors could have came into play. Information provided to the examiner just wasn't enough. Yeah, I said the same thing, Miss Justice Red. Hello, Bootsy Tiger baby. Miss Diane are just plain lying. Yes, I feel that too. I feel that too. Okay, Miss Rose Garden. Hello, Miss Rose Garden said, anyone that defend Big Nasty, they are all just like her. What kind of person defend a predator? Nobody but another predator. I'm with you, baby. I'm totally with you. Okay, Miss Rose Garden say, I have no pity for Tanya because remember she was screaming, trees don't bother anyone. We all know she will feel the wrath. Eventually, that's what she get. Yes, I'm with you. Miss Cassie says, see, and that's why I don't let my son go with folks because you never know what people are doing in their home. Absolutely, and on top of that, you never know what people sit back and try to justify and sit back and what they allow to happen to other people as well, just like she did. Hello, Lady Charisma. Hello, Miss Deborah. Hello, Miss Geraldine Knox. Hello, Miss Mary Brown. Miss Kitty Lover says polygraph examiners are mandated reporter. Responses may require the examiner to make a report in order to protect children. I was looking into this. Okay, good to know. Thank you for the information. Okay, let me go to and she also admitted that she knew she has lied before, which that um we all know that that's the case. We all know that she's lied numerous amounts of times. We all have caught her in a million lies over and over and over again. And like I said, I felt as if she snuck to that other place when she went to PJ's graduation. And I don't know if you all were familiar with that. We did a live on that. And she said she had to leave. She was telling her mother that she had something to do and that it was a ways away and that if she had to Uber there, then that she was going to Uber there. Thank you so much for being a member for 3 months, Miss Lawanda. You know you're greatly appreciated. Welcome in, Miss Florida Red. Um, so she went then supposedly to take another test. But before she took that test, she took the time out to explain to the examiner that she supposedly did what she did to her children um and in hopes to get it in front of the situation. And he told her that he wasn't even going to take her money because she was going to fail the test. Excuse me. And so she ended up not even taking the second test because he told her because she already basically admitted to penetrating her children with her fingers that it was going to already come back to her failing the test. So she didn't even take the second test. Um, so let me see what my next bullet point was. So then she tried to throw huh, well, welcome in this, that, and the third. Um, hello, Shamika Morris. Hello, Yolanda. Well, I already spoke to you, baby. So then she's so then hello, Dee Dee. How are you, baby? So then she said that she tried to throw Tanya, hello, Awanda, welcome in, baby. She tried to throw Tanya under the bus by saying that she has some deep stories on Tanya. So she wanted to take the heat off of her, in my opinion, by trying to allude to the fact that Tanya has some things. Um, Yes, everybody, please welcome in this, that, and the third. She was trying to allude to the fact that Tanya had some things that she knew about Tanya. So to take the heat off of her, in my opinion. So that's when she started to bring up the things about Tanya, telling her that she did some things to her daughter with the broom. I don't believe that Tanya um, sodomized her daughter with the broom. I do believe the story that um, I do believe that Tanya did assault her daughter with the broom. I do believe that story that Tanya said to her daughter that she did. The story that Tanya did come out and said that she assaulted her daughter with the broom because her daughter brought a young man into her, I think she said a young man into her home, and that she caught them trying to have sex, or they were having sex. I'm not sure, but and she assaulted her daughter with the broom. I believe that she tried to say that Tanya did that with the broom to her daughter to try to take the heat off of her. And then, of course, some of the people in her chat fell for that. But the only reason, in my opinion, she did that was only to take the heat off of her. And then she said she thought that Tanya, because the only reason Tanya told that story was because she thought that she was going to come out and said that she did X, Y, and Z to her child. But I believe the only reason she even came out and brought that up was to just to cover up what she allegedly did to her own child. At that point, she was gasping for straws. She was going to do whatever it took to try to get the heat off of her, and at that point, she was going to throw Tanya under the bus at all costs. She was looking to pull up anything. And I don't believe that Tanya told her much. I do believe that Tanya may have told her bits and pieces of things, but I think Tanya was smart enough not to tell her really too many deep dark secrets about her, because she already knew how that lady moved about things. I think she told her things that she really didn't care that it got back out, because we already know that Tanya has told some stories about her upbringing and stories about her children on her own channel. So I think she did tell her things that she didn't mind getting back out. But at that point, she was grasping for straws only to get the heat off of her. And she felt like that story was kind of comparable to the story that was told on her. And she wanted people to see Tanya with the same lenses as they were viewing her in. And I don't believe that happened to Tanya's daughter. I don't believe any of the last part that she tried to spin on her. And she even went as far as to try to call her brother to try to coerce him into saying that Tanya said that happened to her daughter. And PJ had no clue about what she was talking about when he called her. PJ repeated the same story that Tanya repeated, and um, she was trying to coach PJ into saying what she wanted PJ to say. And in regular Treese fashion, she was over talking PJ. And when PJ didn't say what she wanted PJ to say, she came out and said it in a vulgar way. And PJ, of course, wanted to please his sister. He played it off and said that he wasn't paying attention, but you were paying enough attention to hear the first part of the story to be able to repeat that part of the story. But then when you didn't say what Treese wanted you to say, now you wasn't paying attention. You were paying attention. You just didn't hear that part. You just didn't hear that part of the story because that part of the story was made up by your sister in order to get the heat off of her. And that's how I feel, and that's how the story went to me. You just wanted to sprinkle a little razzle dazzle on it, so we will view Tanya in the way that we view you, and it didn't work. And your brother didn't hear that part of the story, not because he wasn't paying attention, because that part of the story did not happen, in my opinion. And so let me get back up here and see what you all are saying, and then we'll go to the next portion. Okay, you all, I'm going back up, so please bear with me. Miss Mel said hit the like button, you all. Please and thank you. Miss Annette says I have five kids and 15 grandkids. Yes, there's a different ways in helping a baby with constipation, but sticking your finger in their behind, never. I agree with you. Hello, Miss Janice. I think I spoke to you. I'm not sure. Miss Justice React says I have taken several lie detectors for employment purposes. The answers are normally just yes or no. Next, no explanation. Okay. Miss Janice Cone says hit the like button. Kitty Lover says yes. I wanted to know if there were mandated reporters, if there may be criminal acts being committed. Okay. Miss Florida said, okay, I read that. Miss Mary Brown says, oh, okay. Miss Ruby King, how are you feeling? Hello, Miss LB baby. This, that, and third says, I have 6 grown kids and we were always taught to give apple juice. Okay, I heard that too. Um, Miss Mel says, hey, Florida Red. Miss Janice Martin says, hello, Mika and Chat. Hello, baby. Miss Rose Garden says, and why is she sneaking around taking lie detector tests if she's not guilty about something? I felt the same way, Miss Rose Garden. If you don't have anything to prove and you know you didn't do anything, just wait till the investigation come up or till the police come. They ask you your questions, you take your attorney, you wait till the trial or whatever come up, and then whatever happens. But I'm always gonna ride with Courtney. Miss Ruby King says, Mary, I am feeling good. Thanks for asking. Jay Gill say, oh Lord. Um, this, that, and the third says, I'm listening to other viewpoints. Hello, Shamika. Shamika said, Miss Mel, please get her up. Patricia Holland says, I've never let my children stay the night away from home. We really wasn't allowed to stay away from home either, Miss Patricia, unless it was my grandmother's house or my aunt's house. We really didn't want to stay away from home growing up. We were always the house people came over too all the time. Miss Mika, let me know what's going on because I'll be clueless. Um, Miss Yolanda says you are 100% on it, cuz. Miss Mel says she was getting frustrated at the examiner, like it's his fault. She didn't understand what he was saying. Oh, she understood, still, Miss Mel. She just didn't. Um, she just didn't. He wasn't telling her what she wanted to know. Well, I mean, what she wanted to hear. Miss Annette says she purposely tainted her test on purpose. She knew what she was doing. Well, hello, did I speak to Miss Lolo? I'm sorry. Oh, Miss Shamika said this, that, and the third. What's going on, Shamika? Let me know something. Hello, Miss Brooklyn Sunshine said hello, beautiful queen. Um, Hello, Miss Candace says falling out the bushes. I'm new. Let's talk about it. Well, welcome in, cousin. Miss Yolanda says, how is she going to say that Tanya grandson might be Oh, we getting to that, baby. We getting to that. That's why I said it might be a part 2 because I've written down notes from everybody's life. So we getting there, baby. Don't we got it covered, cuz. Miss Carol says, I would never put nothing, no object up any of my kids or grandkids, and I kept my kids and grand. I'm with you. Miss Queen Mary Ken says, I'm with you, Shamika Morris. She give me side eye vibes. Y'all let me know what's going on. Y'all know I don't visit other people channels like that. So I don't be knowing what's going on. Hello, Miss Wanda, how are you? Says, hey, Mika and cousins, what's good? Cause I can't keep up, Lord. Me either, baby. Hello, unbelievable. We're just talking about all of the things that's been going on the last couple of days. I'm still on Teresa's her confession about taking the lie detector test. Hello, unbelievable, says back in the day, house calls were in a small piece of where ivory soap came from, not in certain but soften the area. Okay, like rubbing it around the anus. I was unfamiliar with that whole technique. That was my first time hearing about the whole ivory soap sticking it up a baby's rectum. I didn't know anything about that. Y'all tell me what's going on with this, that, and the third. I don't know who that is. What's that about? Um, so y'all let me know. Oh, I do think I saw one of her oh, I do think I know. Justice React says lie detector results are normally not admissible in court because it is not always reliable. It could be done as part of a court proceeding where requested by the court. Shamika said, yes, Queen, she does too much, plus she's putting false info out on Rise. Oh, okay. Miss Candace says, where the hell is Tay ugly ass? Somewhere trying to stay away from this whole situation, Miss Candace. Candace won't Candace. Tay won't know parts of this. Once he got drawn into this whole debacle with possibly having to testify in court, and they playing on his phone and stuff, and he stopped answering the phone for trees and stuff, he disappeared. But then he did kind of come back into the picture. I think he got incarcerated. I think he had got locked up or something like that, or his grandmother got sick or something like that. And then he did kind of call her back, and she couldn't wait to say that that was him on the phone. And then I ain't heard nothing else about him again, Miss Candace, after that. Hello, Miss Shantae. Say, yes, that's exactly what she's doing. Oh, okay, baby. I got the face. Okay. Miss Lawanda says, I don't believe Tanya did that either. Treese is a low down dirty bitch. Yeah, I know she didn't. Well, I don't know she didn't. But I just believe she threw that in for some razzle dazzle just to get the heat off of her. Tanya seems like if you asked her, she'll tell you type of person. And like I said, she had no problem coming out and tell about her son being in the penitentiary and about some things that she has done in her life. Her life hasn't been perfect, and she pretty much has been transparent about the things that has gone on in her life. She ain't really got a problem with telling stuff. She came out and called her mama a itch, So um she came out and told the story about her daughter with no problem, and she told that she assaulted her daughter with the broom. I And then she said that she took her daughter to the hospital because the young man was older than her daughter. So and she had the young man arrested, so they had to do a kit on her daughter at the hospital. And she said had she violated her daughter in such a way, then it would have been proven at the hospital when she took her daughter for the kit. So we already knew Trish just spun the block just because we see her in with the SA goggles on, and so she wanted us to see Tanya through the same lenses. But that wasn't gonna work. She knew that for those of us over here that wasn't gonna work. But she's not really kind of worried about us. She's worried about the people that support her. She don't want to continue to lose people. So she was just trying to throw that fishing rod out there and try to catch as many fish and keep them in her basket for as long as possible. So she didn't want to continue to lose followers and have them inside with Tanya. So she wanted to paint Tanya in a dirty light too. Miss Florida Red says Ruby King. Okay, she's talking to Ruby. Um, Miss Jenna says hit the like button. Miss Jenna says real talk. Miss Mary said exactly. I believe Tanya. Miss Laura says I don't believe she did that either. Miss Candace says exactly. Miss Annette says yes. Unbelievable. My grandmother showed how to do that, and in no way did it involve sticking your finger in little behinds. Okay, y'all. Um, Miss Carol says I believe Tanya. Miss Mel says we don't believe PH. Miss J Gill said exactly, Mika. I totally agree. We know Trees love embellishments all the time. She always gonna throw some, y'all know I love pink and glitter and sparkle and razzle dazzle, but not that type. Not that type at all. Miss Laura says, then she coached PJ to lie. She always gonna have to, she always coached them. She coached the grandmother. She coaches PJ. She coaches the kids. She coaches Nagy. She coaches Tanya. She tried to coach you, and when you don't catch on, she starts to get angry. She starts to speak a little louder. She gets aggressive where you don't catch on, you don't get her drift. You don't get the fact that she's trying to coach you. You don't catch on quick enough. That's when she starts get louder. She starts to get more aggressive because you're not catching on that you supposed to be lying right now. You supposed to be following my lead. Come on now. Excuse me. Miss Candace says, Trees, we do not believe you in my rise voice at all. Miss Mary says, if the police would have locked Tanya up, exactly. If she would have done that, she took her daughter. She took her daughter to the hospital. Miss AR Girl says, we believe you, Courtney. Absolutely. Miss Mel says, justice for Courtney, please. Miss Carol says, he lied for his sister. He didn't. I didn't hear him lie. He said the story that Tanya said. She tried to get him to lie, in my opinion. And he just brushed it off and said, oh, from what I heard, he said, um, oh, I wasn't paying her no attention because she said she went on and said, she stuck the broom up her, you know, she said the PUSS, word. And because he didn't catch on quick enough. And he went on to say, from what I heard, um, he went on to say, oh, I wasn't paying no attention. Oh, you were paying attention enough to repeat the first beginning of the story when, well, she had to have him recall it at first because he didn't know what she was talking about at first. And then once he recalled it, he kind of repeated almost the same story that Tanya said. And then when she kept trying to get him to say what she wanted him to say, he couldn't repeat it. And so then that's when she came up with that vulgarity. And then she said it in that demon voice. And then he brushed it off like, oh, I wasn't paying no attention. Oh, well, you just repeated the first part. You don't recall it because you didn't hear it because it was never said. Gill says Treese is used to her family going along with the lies she puts out to her audience, in my opinion. Remember how quick her aunt and grandma jumped on the bandwagon in that scholarship prank? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, in my opinion, it's always the palms being greased afterwards. So they feel like, as long as I go on along with it, we're going to get something that it's going to be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So as long as I keep going on with her shenanigans, this is where our bread is butter. So we better act right because she's quick to pull everything back away from us if we don't go along with her. But as long as we keep going on along with her tricks, we'll continue to get treats. But the moment the trick is no good, you know, she gonna starve us. But as long as we keep feeding the beast, we'll continue to get whatever she give us. Miss Deb said, Mika girl, Miss Ruby says, yes, I believe you, Courtney. Absolutely. Miss Justice says, hey, you gonna learn today. Thank you for the invite. You're welcome, baby. If you want to come up, tell me, just drop the link. Miss Nicole says, hit the like button. Thank you, baby. Miss Wendy says, justice for Courtney. Absolutely. Hello, Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy said, hey, Chad. Justice says, I'm just not prepared to go live tonight. Okay, I understand. I absolutely understand. Miss Deb says, our house was the Kool-Aid house in the 70s. Okay. Miss Nicole says she from the other side. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Tell me something, y'all. Just tell me something. That's all y'all gotta do. Ms. Justice said if she is being investigated, some type of contact should have been made already. Okay, I think she did say the people reached out to her. That's why she got an attorney. But don't take my word for that. I'm not 100% sure. Hello, Miss Lori. She said she's a tweaker stalking people for PH. Oh, is that who's Riley supposed to be? You all? Miss Carol says my house was the house all the children want to come to. That's how we were growing up. Miss Brooklyn Sunshine said we use ivory soap also as a home remedy, but not a finger. Okay, Miss Candy says I remember that. Miss Ruby said did Tanya sign papers to get him out of jail? To get who out of jail, baby? Miss Kitty Lover says you don't stick adult fingers in any infant behind. Never. You can damage them. My son's allergic to both dairy and soya, and the doctor told me to use rectal thermometer with Vaseline very gently, only to stimulate. Okay. I'm definitely not your big finger, and we already know the size of her hands. You definitely wouldn't stick that type of finger up your child. Miss Tracy says, I'm playing catch up. I'm late, but I'm here. I'm so much going on I can hardly keep up. I understand, Miss Tracy, but I'm glad you here. Miss Lori says, Team Courtney, save the children. Absolutely. Hello, Miss Net Baby. Miss J. Gill said, did Tanya go live today? I'm not sure. I was busy today. I couldn't keep up. So I haven't really been on social media today. Miss Carol says that don't want anything to do with Trees. No, he don't. Oh, Miss Kid says it's the frogs for me in the background. Me too. Miss Gwen, hello, Miss Gwen says, I'm new to your channel. Well, welcome, cousin. Miss Lori said, did you hear her say Tanya is a it just as bad? We gonna get to that. I'm not even gonna read your comment right now. We're gonna get to that later on. Hello, Miss Elizabeth says social media is destroying black females. Um Miss Elizabeth, I can't even say that. Black females are destroying black females. They're destroying. Hello, Mario. Black females are destroying themselves. Miss Elizabeth. Um, Social media is just giving them an outlet to perform on. They're destroying themselves, Miss Elizabeth. You know that social media hasn't done anything to anybody but just give them a platform to perform on. They're doing these type of things to themselves. Miss SK said, and now PH is promoting her Christmas giveaway also to keep her followers. Absolutely, and just to also because she know that Miss Roz is also doing it, so she wants to do that as well because we already know she's a copycat. Miss Jacqueline says she lost a lot anyway because the I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Okay, her comment saying she proves she is just what people said she was. Some in their eyes are just opening. Yes, definitely. So I'm glad that people are starting to see her for who she truly is and all that when she start licking her tongue out like a lizard, when she start to stutter like Ike, when she get to do all that fidgeting, that's when she's lying. When she get to do all that lipping, the licking of the lips, that's when she's lying. Hello, Dante, baby. Miss Justice Riaz says, remember the number of years that has went by. There is no DNA. Need possible witnesses like Did he tell someone during that time, or did someone witness it, right? Yeah, also, but we also have to, I just feel like they also have to take into consideration that he was a child. So he was a child living with his alleged abuser. So we also, I just feel like enforcement really has to take that into consideration. Like, who he had no one, in my opinion, around him that he can trust. And still to this day, he really has no one that he can depend on, nobody around him that he can trust. He doesn't have a safety zone. He doesn't have anybody that is his savior. Who around him is his comfort zone? Who around him that he can is his protector? Even though he has PJ that he can talk to, in my opinion, PJ still is going to side with Trees. So who does he really have? So where was he supposed to run to? You have the adults in his family still siding with Trees and blaming this baby still for telling his truth. So what was he supposed to do? Who was he supposed to tell? What was he supposed to run? Who was supposed to catch that baby when he was falling? So we have to consider that into play when we are talking about this young man, because unfortunately he didn't have anybody to tell his truth to. Everybody around that young man, in my opinion, failed him. Hello, Dante, baby. Dante says, "Hi, I'm new, but I just want to say I can't stand that lying, no good B, and I'm right with you. Everything you say." Well, welcome to the family, Dante, and you are welcome here, baby. Hello, Terry. Okay, y'all, we're going to move. Hello, Sean. I missed you, baby. Hello, Nakisha. Hello, Mary. Mary says, "I'm so mad I didn't get a notification for this live, and I've been waiting on you all week. Shoot, gonna go back and replay after, but I'm here. I'm glad you here, baby. Just you all, hello. I think I spoke to Mario. Just make sure you all. I know everybody been saying that they haven't been getting the notifications. Make sure you all have your notifications turned on to all notifications. Did I speak to you? Hello, Miss Gilda. Hello, Miss Sabrina. Make sure you all have hello, Miss Sheila. Make sure you all have your notifications turned on to all notifications. Miss Maydelsa said it was all stated before he still have a limited time to press charges. I think he had seven. I think we read somewhere that he had 7 years or something like that. Or I don't remember. I think that was something that was said or whatever. But like I said, it still should be taken into um to consideration that he was a baby living with his offender, um, alleged offender. Urban Bell said Courtney didn't have any soft spot to land. Bingo. Bingo. You said it. You said it. Hello, Miss Melissa. Miss Melissa says, "How cousin? Hi cousin. How are you doing tonight? God bless you all. How is everybody? I'm fine, baby. How are you?" Miss Florida Red says, "I agree. They're all showing their mentality and destroying themselves and each other on these open platforms. I watch a few, but always mindful of my comments." Absolutely. Justice React says, "Does anyone have a copy of the police report? I would love to see it." No, I haven't seen one. Miss Wanda says, "That trick always lying. I'm just sick of her shenanigans. For real, for real. Me too." Hello, Kyle. Kyle says, "They came to her house at 2 o'clock that morning. She was going to get her surgery. She showed it on her ring camera. I saw two officers told her to pick up the papers from Fulton County. I saw that too. But did y'all catch her say, yeah, if I was home, I would have opened the door. I told them that my attorney was gonna pick the paperwork up. But she said that, yeah, I told them that I was out of town having my surgery. I wouldn't answer the door. But all the time you can hear how the officers are responding. They saying, well, tell her she can have her attorney pick the paperwork up. Well, tell her. You acting like you not even Trees answering your damn ring camera. So I believe it probably wasn't even um I I believe that she probably was home when that even happened, because she kept saying, well, they kept responding by saying, well, tell her to have the lawyer pick him up. Well, tell her you said I was talking to the officers. So why they kept saying tell her if you were the one talking to the people on the speaker? You just a big liar. So if it was you, why they saying tell her? Because you had somebody else speaking for you, or you were acting like you was not Latrice. So you can't believe anything this lady has to say because she's a liar. I listen to everything. I listen to everything. That's the reason why one of my titles of the video was Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire. I listen to everything. She's a liar. We catch her in so many lies. So many. Then we're gonna move on. And she says, she says, somebody mentions to her, why don't y'all just go on a talk show and talk about it? I ain't going on no damn talk show and talk about nothing. They ain't gonna be making no money off of me. In the same breath, you all, she says, we were gonna go on a talk show. The people from Steve Wilkos reached out to me. I was gonna go. The same breath, y'all. The same breath. She says, they the Steve Wilkos show called me to go on the show. We were gonna go. And I guess that's what he was gonna bring this up at. They I don't know what he wanted to talk to me about. He didn't say it was about this, but I guess that he was going to bring this up there too. But I guess after they found out how big I was, then they didn't want to bring us there anymore. But first, when someone said that, she said, I'm not going on nobody's damn show. And in the same effing breath, the woman said, I'll go on the show. We were supposed to go on the show. He contacted the Steve Wilkos show. But once they found out how big I was, I guess they didn't want me to go on. Like, girl, if her doggone audience has to be like delusional, because she constantly lies. She is a habitual liar. And she literally said that in the same breath And they act as if she didn't say it in the same darn breath. And we are wrong for shining the spotlight on the things that she display. They act like we wrong for calling out the things that you all see in front of your faces, but you are too blinded and your heads are too far up her behind to just call her out on her book. Forget Dr. Phil. Forget Steve Wilkos. She needs to go see a psychiatrist. She don't need to be on nobody's show. She needs to go see a psychiatrist. Her and all four of her children. They don't need to be on nobody's show. They need to be going to sit up in a psychiatrist's office for some mental help. Because she already, in my opinion, has ruined one child and she has three more in her care. And if they don't get the help that they need quick, fast, and in a hurry, in my opinion, we're going to see three more ruined children. And I don't like to the whole I told you so. I don't care about saying I told you so. Most importantly, I want them babies to get help before we have three more ruined children, in my opinion. Ain't nothing them shows going to be able to do for those children and her. Let's keep it 100, y'all. Those shows ain't gonna do nothing but be beef for our satisfaction. She done performed enough for us. It's time for her to go get her babies and her some help. I don't care to see her on another doggone show about nothing else. I want to see her in an office getting her and her kids some mental help. Ain't nothing none of these shows can do for her. Dr. Phil don't even have his license anymore. He ain't even worried about fixing nobody mental help no more. He's sending people off somewhere to get help. Hello, positive vibes. He just worried about content at this point. Exactly. Viola can't even fix her. She need a doctor. She needs a doctor. Enough trying to, excuse me, satisfy us and what we want to see. It's about her and those children. They need family therapy and they need individual therapy immediately before she ruined those children. And they have to spend a lifetime as adults trying to fix childhood traumas. It's hard enough as adults trying to navigate the world as adults. Just imagine trying to figure out the world as adults and trying to fix your childhood traumas. We already know how hard it is for us as adults and how many hurdles and obstacles that we have to face as adults who are functioning properly in this world. Could you imagine being a broken adult trying to navigate through this world? A broken adult that is confused about what's right and what's wrong, when to lie, when to tell the truth. Don't know how to be properly treated by a man. Don't really know what real love feels like. So you just accepting anything. Going through relationship after relationship after relationship because you searching for love. The love, in my opinion, that you never really received, the proper love that you never received growing up. So you just going through failed relationship after failed relationship, searching for missing things that you never got. So forget trying to please us by going on these shows. She got to fix her household. I'm going back into the comments, y'all. Okay. All right, all right. Hello, Stephanie and the kids gaming. She says, I'm new here. Welcome, cousin. Terry says he didn't have a support system available to him. He didn't. He was, in my opinion, he was failed at every turn. He was failed. Tracy said the sad truth. Deborah says amen to that. SK said every time I hear about Courtney and his sad situation, it breaks my heart. I wish I could just be like his big sister and hug him and protect him. I'm with you, Miss SK. I feel the same way. It definitely, like I said, it makes me physically ill just to think about it. Jay Gill says, welcome, Miss Stephanie. Miss Maydell says, it was stated before he still has a limited time. Okay, we read that. Miss Sabrina says she is sad. She is a sad case. She made me sick. I believe her son. I do as well. Miss Patricia says it's about money with her family. I'm with you. Miss Brooklyn Sunshine says she is constantly rubbing her nose because she is chopping those perks up and sniffing them. In my opinion, Miss Casey says I actually feel super amounts of empathy for that baby, y'all. She paying the family bills and they are out of order like her. Ooh, oh, this is too much. Miss Terry says she is going to get exactly what she deserves. I believe that as well. Tracy says, wow, Urban Bell, how real is that? Let me see what Urban Bell said. Oh, okay. Miss Nikisha says the ball is in his court. He needs to let her pay for her actions because she's doing it to the other children. I'm with you, baby. Justice reacts as I know it hurts. You're gonna learn today, but the court will have to give her due process. Yeah. Miss Mel says hit the like button, cousins. Miss Candace says I went back to the old so-called skits. The kids been mentally abused, in my opinion. I'm with you. I agree. Miss Casey said, yes, I heard that. So if she was saying it's her, why didn't the officers keep saying tell her? Exactly. Exactly. Ms. J. Gill says, unfortunately, that's factual. Justice react. Tracy says, prayers for Courtney. Sean says, I heard that too. Sharon saying, liar, liar, liar. Miss Mel says exactly just like all the damn time. Lie. Miss Carol says speaking facts. Miss Arlene says liar. That all she is. Miss Amelia says, and she tell on herself all the time. That's why I just don't understand why she don't be quiet. Miss Cassie said, y'all just think how many of her fans heard the officer saying that but didn't call her out of them. All of them, sis. All of them. And just turn a blind eye like they do all the time. Miss John says, I heard that too. Miss Mary said, probably had Nagy G answer it for her. Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't hear the voice that was on the speaker, but we definitely heard the officer. But in her words, she said it was her. Miss Melissa said, and that's what she did have some on speaker for her because she was asking to that ring, whatever that thing is. Yes. Terry Matthews said, what happened to Dr. Phil Show contacting them too? She said when the allegations were brought up. I don't know. I don't know. She lost so much she forgets some of the stories that she tell. Miss Carol said I heard her say that too. Miss Mel said forget Wilco's Dr. Phil her please. Um Miss Kitty Lover said recently I didn't see that. Yeah, it was on one of her lives. I think one she was sitting in the room in that pink tank top. I think that's the one. Miss Melissa says, and when she didn't mind if she stood up all the time, it doesn't never fail. And this is how you know she's a big liar. She is the devil, devil, devil with the cold black heart. Terry, okay, Terry's talking to Wanda. B. Smith, hello. B. Smith said she would never go on a show with Courtney a while back. You a walking contradiction, B. Smith. Miss LaWanda said, I totally agree, Mika. They all need psychiatric help. Stat, yes. Jay Gill said they turn a deaf ear and a blind eye all the time. All on her shenanigans all the time. Jay. Miss Nicole said, hit that like button. Miss Mary said, intense therapy is definitely needed. Yes. Positive Vibe says the whole family need counseling. Terry says, I believe that she is beyond help, but there's still time to help the kids. She definitely can benefit for help. It's never too late for anything. It's just whether or not you're willing to receive it. You have to want it. You have to want it. It's never too late for anything, but you have to want it. Tracy said yes, individual therapy to start. Continuous family therapy until further notice. Absolutely. Terry said the only thing that would help her is lock her up. She definitely need to be locked up for her actions for what she done. Miss Jardine said the only thing she wants to do is lay up with the man with I ain't even gonna go there because that's my later content. But from what Tanya said, honey, woo, that little Hello Kitty be popping. Justice reacts says once he reported the abuse to the police, I wonder why DCFS didn't take emergency custody of the other kids for their protection. That's what I said, Miss Justice reacts. DCFS has failed them tremendously. Tremendously. Positive Vibe says, so true. Dante says, yes, she does so very sick. Ms. Valerie, hello, Miss Valerie said, child, she'll fuck Dr. Phil up with her nonsense. Girl, had Dr. Phil be wanting to see a psychiatrist. Um, Miss Florida Red said, I pray it's not too late. Me too. Jay Gill says, Terry, that will only make her worse. Miss Melissa says, amen. Yes, they do. God knows truth. Don't know what she's doing to her kids. She damaging her kids. Yes. B. Smith says, Terry Matthews, so true, but they got to get counseling quick, fast, and in a hurry. Brenda says, you are telling some truth. The kids are being failed by the system. Miss Sharon said, preach, Mika. Nikisha says, in or a mental institution. Okay. Terry said, she should have no contact with her kids ever. Miss Deb said, and with this, I applaud you. Thank you, baby. Miss J. Gill says, amen, Mika. Miss Mel says she needs to fix her spirit ASAP. Miss Justice React says, I think videos she has made can be used to show her, for her character, inappropriate behavior in front of her kids. Um, yes, I definitely. I sure have a lot of them saved to prove her character. Hello, Donald Goins, baby. How are you? Miss Wanda says, Terry, for real, she is freaking ridiculous. Miss Mel said, welcome in, everybody coming in. Miss Nikisha says she really don't care for her kids. All she is worried about is that money. Money, money, money. Miss Yolanda says, real talk, get them kids some help. And Miss Kitty Lover says she is gone. She is so far gone. Them kids need to be away from her and all that toxicities. Hello, Miss Gail said PJ is no better. He's all about money too. In my eyes, PJ has definitely changed. He has definitely changed. Miss Wanda said that trick scream F them kids. That's what her action speaks to me sometimes. Miss Kitty Lover says she will never willingly take them. They have so much to tell. God, maybe we all need to gather and make some calls into something that is done. Many have calls have been made to DCFS. Miss Kitty Lover, they have failed them. They have failed them babies. I don't, they dropped the ball. Florida Red said those twins probably can't wait to go. Yeah, go back to Miss Jackie. I don't think that I know them kids probably can't wait to be on the first plane back to Florida. Um, Jay Gill said, Wanda, I remember that song Mother's Day. Miss Veronica says, in my opinion, Jackie is not doing a good job. I think it's for the money. I very well think that she is in it for the money, but I think she's doing a better job than the mother. Miss Florida Ware said the twins probably can't wait to get back to Florida so they can live like children should. At least they had some normalcy. They were able to play and interact with other children their ages. They had structure. They had, dinner time every night. They were in bed every night at a certain time. They had to have their phones taken away from them at a certain time. They had structure in the home. Miss Wanda said, come on, Mika, now an office job. You asking too much from one dodo bird. Miss Justice React said that police report should be public record. Well, we gonna have to do some investigation station, I guess, because I didn't even look it up. I'm not that type of person to go looking at police reports, but I'm pretty sure somebody probably have. Miss Nikisha said it needs to unfold so that her supporters will know she's not the person she claimed to be, and that they can know that this is not a bullying attack. Well, not at least not on my part. I'm not out to bully anybody, but I will shine a light on somebody' behavior so we can open up people's eyes and so we can know what not to do when you are a mother raising children, so we can stop these generational curses, so we can stop raising children to have trauma, so they can have normal lives when they are adults, so they can have a normal lives when they are children, because not a lot of people are aware of their toxic behaviors. In her case, she's aware and she continues on. But not a lot of people know of some of the toxic things they are exposing their children to in their homes. And it can be some of the simplest things that they are doing that has a lasting effects on their children's mental stability. And I am here to help them correct that so they wouldn't have to be sitting in front of me years and years later crying about what their mother and father did to them. Miss Veronica said she blocked me. I told her she looks like a big worm. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Miss Kitty Lover said, we all need to act for the sake of them babies. Hello, Miss Saunders says, everybody on that side needs counseling, Oreo, and the followers too. I'm with you. Hello, Miss Sean says, she always talking about run up. I seen her in Jerry Springer and she was hitting with one hand. One girl, one hand. One hand. Miss Carol said those kids are scared of her. I believe that too. And when she called them in that room yesterday to ask was I don't want to get too deep in that because I have that in my notes. But you can tell, like, stop calling them babies in there for one to put them in the middle of some adult business. That's problem number one. And for two, stop doing that because we already know that you said you rehearse your kids before they already get online. So, and I believe that your children are intimidated by you and they're scared of you. So no matter what when you bring them in, whether you said you rehearse them or not, I don't believe that they feel that they can ever speak their truth in front of you because they are scared of you, in my opinion. So no matter what you say, whether you say you didn't rehearse them or not, yada, 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 they're never going to feel comfortable with speaking their truths to you. Miss Florida Red said it grossed me out to see her daughter spitting on the carport and uh and why I act like I can't read. It's into why I act like I can't read. Lord have mercy. Her actions of her mom. Lord, I'm wondering what else she it's I think because you spelled it wrong. But I know it but I know what you mean. But because the thing is that that's all they know is their mom. That's all they know is their mom. She is around her mom all the time. So she is a spitty image of her mom. And she always going to do what her mom does. So they do a lot of why I can't talk right now? It ain't you, it's me. It ain't you, Miss Florida Red, it is me. But they do a lot of things that their mom do all the doggone time. So um I'm seriously drawing a blank right now. Something is wrong with me. But mm, 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 mm. But yeah, so Treese is always doing all type of things. Next, they're going to be cursing if they're not already cursing behind her back, which I'm pretty sure they already doing. So that's going to be next, which they already if y'all recall that video when they were dancing when it was PJ the kids um in the backyard, how Rennie broke it down. She was twerking like a champ. She's always going to emulate her mother. Always. So she's gonna be she. I already told y'all she is a baby Treese already. Already. So she's gonna continue to do things that her mother do. We already seen one day she told her to pull her shorts down. She had her shorts hiked up just like her mother. She's gonna continue to emulate the things that her mother do in front of her, because that's all she's constantly around her mother. They're not allowed to be around other kids. So she's gonna pick up the mannerism of her mother. Sorry, Miss Florida Red, it's not you. It's definitely me. My mind is definitely drawing a blank. I don't know what's wrong with me. Miss Bama China B, welcome in, baby. Said you can't even think, do something and say something different. Won't you get the hell up out of here? I can think when it comes to cursing you out though. Boosie Tiger said it was said in the chat that she calls her yeah, definitely. And I don't put that past her. I definitely don't put that past her, because that day that she called her kids down there, when it was she was asking her kids about what was alleged that they were doing upstairs, she almost slipped out that day. So I definitely don't put it past that she called her kids out of their name. Definitely don't. She's slipped up and called her kids out of their name numerous amounts of times. So that doesn't that's not far fetched to believe. I've heard that from several people that been at her house. And Bama China B Flex, we know that you can sit and watch this woman say that she went and got a broomstick, and almost she wanted to scare her child, and she not even gonna lie, she was about to, when she went to go do it to scare her child, and you still over here defending her. You probably did something like that to your child too, because you probably a trifling whore just like she is. It takes a real stupid ass individual to come over here and want to say something to somebody who trying to make some sense and try to get somebody to uh not to have people be just like a distasteful, be like the one you trying to defend. But I can see that you just like her. You probably one of those people to stick your fingers up your child rectum too. Another distasteful be just like the one we sitting over here talking about. Which what have you? Don't block her, y'all. Don't block her. Bring her back. Bring her back. Unblock her. Unblock her so we can know what all the type of foul stuff that she do to her kids. Cause we know she probably one of them gross chicks too. She probably was the one over there to talk about she stuck a spoon up in her child behind. So we gonna wait, unblock her and bring her back. No, I'm sick of these old ignorant women that's always defending ignorant people. So let's see what kind of meme she is. Talking about speaking on a kid is a violation. Who spoke on a kid? We spoke on the mama's behavior. The child was twerking. What is wrong with speaking on a child twerking? See, it is probably ph, but those type of people are ignorant, and that's the problem. You got people like her who sit and pat her on her head and try to defend her when the woman admitted to going and get the broom, and she was going to put it to scare her child, and you want to sit up here and defend her. What type of person would defend somebody who said they went to go get a broom to sodomize their child, but somebody had to grab her and tell her that she was going to go to jail, and that's the only thing that stopped her from sodomizing her own goddamn child? What the fool say? But you speaking on, what did I speak on the child? Because I said the little girl was twerking. How was that speaking on a child? Because I said because you're here acting ignorant. That's why. And I can say whatever I want to say. This is my channel, not yours. You're definitely a fool because instead of just going ahead and minding your business and clicking past, you decided to come in here and defend somebody who try to sodomize their own child with a broom. Do you go over there and say that to her when she's speaking on people's children? When she wished death on people's children, do you go over there and say that to her? No, you go over there and pat on her head and tell her she a good mammy. Do you go over there and say something to her when she's talking about somebody kid? Excuse me. When she talking about somebody kid, she had a dream about somebody kid ain't gonna make it no more. What you go over there and say to her? No, y'all go over there and pat her on her head. My master is in the sky, honey. I worship one person, and that's the Lord. But your master is a woman that you tried to defend at all costs. You just show that you were ignorant being. You were ignorant individual, and I pray to God that you don't have children. Anywho, as I was saying, the little girl is picking up all type of things like her mama, like she was outside twerking. She was hiking her shorts up just like her mama. So she's always around trees 24/7. So she's definitely going to do all type of things that her mama does because she's around her all the damn time. So spitting is the least of our concerns, Miss Florida Red. That's gonna be Oh, definitely, Miss Florida Red. Miss Florida Red said, Mika, some people don't want what stands, and that's the truth. Absolutely not. They definitely don't want you to speak on what they definitely see, and they constantly turn a blind eye to, and they always want to spin the narrative and say, they definitely want to spin the narrative, always say you talking about children. No, I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about her piss poor ass mother and the things that she has picked up from her piss poor ass mother. See, I don't have it into me to talk about children, and never would I talk about nobody's child. I don't talk about children, but I will talk about her mother all day, every day. I don't talk about people's children. I help people's children. But see, when you have a simple mind and you want to create people to be something that they're not, you listen and you take what you want to take from it. You try to create people to be something that they not, only to make yourself feel better about what you trying to say. Since when you have nothing to say, you want to try to pull something out of somebody that's not there so you can prove your point, so you can say something shitty. See, she ain't have nothing to say, so she came over here and tried to spin the narrative that I was talking about her child because I brought up the behavior that the child learned from her mother. Never have I ever said anything negative about her child. I spoke on the child behavior learned from her mother, twerking in front of her own child, how the child is hiking up her shorts because her mother walk around with her shorts up in her behind. That's a learned behavior from her mammy. She got that from her mammy. She got the spitting all over the place from her mammy. That's a learned behavior. See, they don't know how to correlate the things from that the mother do to the child. So they want to always talk about you talking about the child. No, I'm talking about the product of the environment. The mother created the product, the apple and the tree. See, they too simple minded to grasp that. And they're sitting over there with people, with little people just like them, and they don't see the error of their children. So that's why I bet you her daughter talk just like her online. I bet you her daughter has a filthy mouth just like her mama online, because that apple and tree, it's a learned behavior. They always want you to be something that you not. They don't never see those type of people. They don't listen for the message. They listen to respond. They don't want to hear what you have to say. They just want to respond to something. They take it, they listen for certain words so they can have a reaction. They don't really care what the message is. They just want to have something to say because they're simple minded. I don't deal with simple minded people. But see, I ain't, like I tell y'all all the time, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. I ain't that saved. So I'll cuss your ass out in a minute. Don't ever get it twisted. Because I ain't never want to talk about nobody's child. But I will point out the example that the mother created from from the mother action create the reaction of the child. She's a spitting image of her mama, and I'm gonna say it every time. So if you can't take the heat, stay your ass out my kitchen. If you don't want to hear the truth, stay your ass off my channel. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. I don't work at no bakery. The problem is they never want to hear the truth. It ain't the fact that I'm talking about. The funny part is growing up in the hood, and we all know this. If you grew up in the hood, they call little girls fast, hot ass, smart, this, that, and the other. We heard this growing up in the hood all the time. I got called all kind of names growing up in the hood, little heifer, hoe, all kind of things. But now all of a sudden, you say something about somebody parenting in correlation to the child. Now children is off limits. When I done heard all my life these same black women call little girls all up out of their name. Now all of a sudden everybody wanna say kids are off limits. You can't talk about children. When I was growing up, we got talked about every day of our life, just walking down the street being kids. Now, all of a sudden, everybody got standards. And then soon as they see a little girl in the street with two shorts on, the first thing they call them is fast or a hoe, or get that little huzzy, or get that little heifer. But when they get online, all of a sudden everybody got morals and standards. Soon as they little son get with a girl or something, they say, don't bring that little fast girl over here. What that little hoe doing? What that little heifer doing? But when they get online now, all of a sudden they so bougie. Y'all kill me being everybody but y'all self when y'all log on to these damn apps. I see it every day in my life dealing with y'all type in the hood, dealing with y'all kids, what y'all call these little young girls, and then y'all get on here and act fake. Now y'all don't want to talk about kids when I hear it and see it every damn day. Y'all just as fake as y'all want to be. But when it comes to the people that y'all like now, all of a sudden, somebody talking about kids when nobody ever talked about a child. Exactly, Miss Florida Red. Miss Florida Red said, Mika, if I don't like what I hear on platforms, I exit. And that's what Bama should have done. Just like she visited your channel by choice, she should have exited by choice. Absolutely. I don't write dissertations in people's chats. When I don't, I'm just like you, Miss Florida Red. When I don't like something, I just leave. The one time that I didn't like something on Tree's page, I wrote her that one thing, and that's because she wished death on somebody. And that's the first time I went off on her, and that was the last time. Any other time, I just clicked off. I don't write thesis statements and go back and forth with people because I know as quick as I logged on, I can log off. I don't tell people what they can and can't do on their channel. I may have a difference of opinion, but I just log off. That's it, and that's all. But what you're not going to do is come on here and try to make me out to be something that that I'm not, because I don't talk about people's children. I leave that up to people like them. Because when she got off this app, when she got off my channel, she gonna be talking about somebody kid tomorrow. Let her little son bring somebody in her house, or let somebody do something to her cousin them, or it's a fight on her street, or it's her little cousin, nieces and nephews get into it with somebody. She gonna be talking about somebody kid. It's in her. Look at the behavior that is displayed online. It's in her. It ain't beneath her. But what you're never going to do is make me out to be somebody I'm not. You ain't never heard me talk about nobody's kids. But one thing for sure and two things for certain. If you nuck, I buck back over here. You not going to come over here and start no junk and think I ain't going to give it back to you. If I see it, I clap back. I try not to because I don't like to disrespect my cousins, because I know my mouth can get a little funky. So I don't like to show out because I don't like to disrespect y'all. So that's why I try to ask my mods to delete it before I even get a chance to see it, because I don't like to disrespect my cousins with my foul mouth. So I apologize to y'all for getting out of line. But never will I apologize to her. But I apologize to you all for acting out of character. But don't come for me because I don't send for them. Don't come over here with that. Because I don't talk about nobody's child. Excuse me. So I'm going to go back up in the comments, and then I'm going to let you go, and then I will be back tomorrow after Miss Roz come on for Girl Talk. And we going to go tomorrow, we going to go from that to Bees Live, because I want to address to y'all about some things that I found on Bees Live that I was found interesting. Chef Carmen's live we have to talk about. We also have to talk about Peach's live. And we also have to talk about Tanya's second live. So we have a lot of stuff to cover. So, Miss Alicia, hello. Miss Alicia says she favors Caden over Aiden as well. She's called Aiden Little Ugly, but think his twin is more finer, and Caden stay in the camera where she's on it. Yes, and I'm gonna talk about that later on, Miss Alicia. And that's going to be a problem. That's definitely going to be a problem in the future. And I have some notes on that too, Miss Alicia. So come and join me Tomorrow, baby, hopefully I won't have to act a fool on nobody. I'm gonna pray about it. I think it's because I didn't pray before. I forgot to pray before I came on, y'all. Maybe that's what it was. Miss J. Gill says when they see a 13-year-old with a baby, then they want to talk about why and how it happened. This is a prime example. The parent or lack thereof. Yeah, Miss J. Miss Lori says you are good. Bootsy Tiger said no need to apologize. Miss Alicia says she always treat Aiden ruling and Katie in her eyes does no wrong. No, because I feel like Miss Alicia, she think that's going to be her star child. That's going to be the one that's going to make her the money. That's going to be, that's going to be the one that bring her in the cash. So that's I feel like that's gonna be her money maker. Miss Mel says hit the like button, y'all. Miss Sorta Red says we understand Mika. Sometimes it's necessary. Miss Sorta Red, Miss Carol. Yeah, y'all know I just don't like, especially y'all, my you know, I just don't like doing that in front of y'all. Miss Carol said you the best. Thank you so much. Miss Trina says hello. You gonna learn today. And everyone, hello, Miss Trina. Miss J says that's why your channel is you gonna learn today. Miss Sean says 100. Miss Annette says thank you for sharing some of your time with us this evening. Oh, you're welcome, baby. And I thank you all for being here. And I'm gonna let you all go because we're going up on 2 hours. But please join me again tomorrow night where we going into part 2. And we got a lot more stuff to go on. We got to go over trends and her little life. And we got to go over, like I said, Chef Carmen and her live. We B brought some things to the light in her live in case you all haven't seen that. Like I said, we got to go over Tanya's second live, and I got about 4 or 5 pages worth of notes. Like I said, I apologize for getting a little out of character tonight, but some people will make you go there. I was already losing my train of thought. I don't know why. But it's been a long day for me, you all. But hopefully the streets won't be crowded like it has been the last couple of days. Been trying to get in where I fit in. Miss Lawanda, Miss Mel, um, was my other mind on here? Was she on here today? But anyway, I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. Miss Mel, give me a call. I love you all. Miss Bootsy Tiger, hit me up, baby. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you all same time, same place tomorrow. I love you, cousins. Good night.